Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The source of this information come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. I apologize for being out of breath. I was literally just running throughout the house getting stuff situated and stuff. Anyway, for links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and in the live studio audience today, I have the one, the only Zany. And today is Moon's Day, also known as Monday, November 14th, 2022. Alright, let's get into the history, shall we? Let's see here. Starting us off in the year 1380, King Charles VI of France was crowned at the age of 12. Dang, like I think it was like more often than not, people became kings at very young ages or something like that. My hair is a mess today. Wow. Anyway, 1524, Francisco Pizarro began his first great expedition near Colombia. All right. And, it's Conquistador, very much like Hernan Cortez. And don't mind me, I'm, trying to get rid of the bedhead here real quick. Let's see here, we got another historic event here in 1550. Pope Julius III proclaimed new seat on Council of Trent. Alright. And see, better, kinda. Yeah, anyway. Then moving on up into 1666, Samuel Pepys reported first blood transfusion between dogs. Wow. All the way back then, 1666, the first blood transfusion, at least between dogs. So that's kind of wild.
Tiger dogs.
Yeah, actually, I was just talking. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
Golden Loon.
The Golden Loon. Yeah, no, I was just saying here in 1666, Samuel Pepys reported on the first blood transfusion between dogs.
Between dogs.
Yes.
How weird.
Now, this is a report on it, so I believe maybe the actual event happened beforehand. But blood transfusion has been around since then. Isn't that wild?
That is.
Yeah.
I wonder if they were testing it and it wasn't ready for humans or
Well,
something.
of course not. They always test on animals first for everything, like especially back then.
That story's got a bite to it.
Ha ha. Bark. 1834, William Thompson entered Glasgow University at 10 years and 4 months old. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
That's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's the same age I am.
I think he's a little bit younger.
Maybe. Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah. But then we got a historic publication in 1851, Moby Dick by Herman Melville, first published by Harper Brothers in the U.S.
1851.
Moby Dick. Yep.
Son of a... Really? I didn't know it went back that far.
It's an old book.
Yeah.
Then we got an invention here in 1856. American Gail Borden was issued a patent for technology related to his invention of condensed milk. Yeah, I think we were talking about somebody involving some kind of milk a couple days ago. Really? I think this is maybe the same guy. Something about condensed milk, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Wow, dude, he has a really long face and then like that beard,
What exactly is condensed milk? I know it's in a can and you use it for cooking.
What is condensed milk? Milk that's been condensed.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's not thick.
Condensed milk is cow's milk from which water has been removed. It is most often found with sugar added in the form of sweetened condensed milk, to the extent that terms condensed milk and sweetened condensed milk are often used interchangeably today.
So water's taken out.
It's just dehydrated milk.
Well, it's liquid.
Well, but dehydrated is like without water.
Yeah.
So it's dehydrated milk.
Sure.
Like,
I know you use it sometimes instead of cream.
Would you say it a better way?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a good way.
1863, Nathan Bedford Forrest was assigned to command of West Tennessee. Huh. I wonder if he was under command over the area I was born. So. Obviously, way before I was born.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
still
somewhere. Who knows?
That's interesting. Yeah, because I don't remember. I think I was born in like somewhere around the central area of Tennessee, but I don't know if I was west, east, north, south, or where. I have to look it up again.
Yeah, you will.
Ooh.
It says it on your birth certificate, right?
Well, yeah, I know the city. I just don't know exactly the geographical location.
Okay.
Yeah. 1881, Charles J. Goodyear was put on trial for the assassination of U.S. President Garfield. Ah, that's an assassination very few people know about, actually.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because of course there's Lincoln. That's a big one. JFK. Um, and then there was the attempts on Reagan. And various other people.
Yeah. That's
but,
a failed assassination.
Yeah, but still, not many people even knows of Garfield, let alone that he was killed in office.
And don't know his name.
Yeah.
Like Booth, we know Booth.
Oh yeah, John Wilkes Booth. He wasn't even a president.
Lincoln?
Lincoln, yeah, he was. You just said Booth.
Booth killed Lincoln.
Yeah, we know of Booth.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know this guy's name. I'm not familiar.
Oh,
with
Charles
him at all.
Guiteau. Yeah, no, yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on up into 1883. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson was first published as a book by Cassell and Company. Huh. All right. Then we got another historic event here in 1889. New York World reporter Nellie Bly, Elizabeth Cochrane, began her attempt to surpass fictitious journey of Jules Verne's Phileas Fogg by traveling around the world in under 80 days. She succeeded, finishing the trip in 72 days and 6 hours. Oh, well, look at that.
She is the key word there.
She, yes.
Yeah. It's amazing for back in the late 1800s.
Well, it's amazing. It doesn't matter, if you're a he or a she, but this she is a little bit more of a hurdle, back then.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So,
socially, the she part is important.
Yeah.
The actual structure of the conquest, not.
Well, it is. I mean, the whole thing around the world in 80 days, and then, you defeated the book.
Yeah.
That's really cool. In 1893, Gerhard Hauptmann's play Hanneles Himmelfahrt premiered in Berlin. That's what the hell?
I don't know.
Hanneles Himmelfahrt. Fart.
You think it's a fart?
F-A-H-R-T. It's fart with an H, so it's like Fahart.
It's got to be German, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's let's see here. He is German. Yeah. We got another historic event here in 1906. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt visited Panama.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But now, when was the Panama Canal then? Is that, you think, before or during or after?
You talking about completed or during construction?
During construction. When did it start or completed? Doesn't matter.
Oh, well, no, it took...
I'm just trying to get a timetable of when he went to...
Well, no,
Am I connecting it to
So you're just talking about the U.S. involvement? Because the Panama Canal is like a 100-year-long project. So many people have tried and failed, and then eventually the U.S. came in and said, hey, we're getting this done, and we did it. But no, the Panama Canal took 100 years. If you start from technically the first attempt to actual completion, it's 50, 100, maybe longer.
I had no idea. So there was a lot of failures before the U.S. came in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, U.S. Panama Canal. Completion or start?
When did the Panama Canal start?
Yeah. 1903, so it had to be during it.
November 18th, 1903, the Panama Canal Zone, that's when we got involved.
Yeah, okay.
But how long did the Panama Canal take to build?
10 years.
Yeah, our involvement though.
Yeah.
Entirely. Well, it's just going to tell us about the U.S. involvement.
Well, yeah, you define it as U.S. entirely. Well, they're giving you the entire U.S. thing. My point being, he went. Well, that was 06, right? So he went down to Panama because it was under construction. Okay, that makes sense. That's
First attempt, Panama Canal. Okay, France was ultimately the first country to attempt the task. Led by Count Ferdinand de Lesseps, the builder of the Suez Canal in Egypt, the construction team broke ground on a planned sea-level canal in 1880. So it's a lot shorter than I previously
So that's
thought.
20 years.
Yeah.
20-some years.
20, no, it got finished, we finished it in 1914 or something like that.
19, it took 10 years from 1903, did it say?
Yeah, so it took 23 years to get to our involvement.
Yeah.
So 33 some odd years, if you count from the very beginning to everybody's contribution.
Yeah.
And that's a long time. So,
pretty long time.
Yeah. But then we got a meeting of interest here in 1907. The Third Duma, or Parliament, met in Russia following Tsar Nicholas II's limiting of the franchise. A conservative majority held sway and suppressed its radical elements, the radical elements. Huh. All right.
Yeah.
More, Empire of Russia kind of stuff. He was the last Tsar, Nicholas.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. and like it was his daughter Anastasia, right? And like all that whole family they all got murdered and all that
killed
stuff.
them all, killed the whole family, everything.
Well, going from dark to something cool. 1 year later, 1908, Albert Einstein presented his quantum theory of light. So I believe that's the speed of light and all that stuff, the universal integer of speed, which has since been broken. There are theories that things out there are traveling faster than the speed of light.
Well, that's theory you're telling me.
Well, black hole was a theory once too.
I understand that.
So
still is.
No. We have a picture of one. They're real.
No, I know.
No, it's not a theory anymore. It's facts now.
I know. It is just the theory is in what really involved in it. We don't know.
Oh well, it's a singularity. That's when the laws of physics break down and we just can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
But as far as like the actual existence of them, that's been proven. They exist.
Yes.
Now how they exist, what they do, and there's a whole lot of other things involved in that, because there's black holes out there that are so massive that based off of the not even the laws of physics, but based off of like how we have figured out how black holes get bigger and bigger. There's some out there that are so big that the only way for them to be that big would have been to exist before the universe, and that's not possible. So there's still a whole lot of stuff. Like we haven't even we've like taken one ice shaving off of like an entire polar ice cap of the the iceberg, so to speak, with black holes. Yeah. So. Anyway, 1915, Thomas Masaryk demanded independence for Czechoslovakia. Huh. Oh, he's the father of Czechoslovakia, so I guess he got his wish.
Independence from whom?
Probably Russia.
I would think.
So.
But I'm not sure.
1915, yeah, it'd probably be Russia, because remember, like after the First World War.
We'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, you're right. Slovakia independence from USSR.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No, this is. Oh yeah. Well, no, the USSR didn't exist in 1915 yet.
Russia did.
Russia did, but not the USSR.
Right.
Declaration of Independence. Let's see here. Or the Washington Declaration was drafted in Washington, D.C. and published in Czechoslovakia's Paris-based provisional government on 18th of October in 1918. So that's after the war. So that has to be all the politics and stuff after, cleaning up all the mess and whatnot. But it's not really telling me here exactly, it's saying 1918. October 28th, Czechoslovak Independence Day, Radio Prague. Let me click on this real quick just to see if I can get an answer. And it's...
Independence Day from whom?
Okay, independence from who? Austro-Hungarian Empire. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense, because they ceased to exist after the First World War. They dissolved as an empire.
Yeah.
As did the Ottomans.
Yep.
So, all right, well, there we go. Moving on up to 1922, the BBC began daily radio broadcasts from the two-load transmitter at Marconi House. All right. The start of the BBC, British Broadcasting Company.
Okay.
Which they really need to change their name, because there's an internet acronym out there that's, that ain't going away. So, yeah. Anyway, 1935, FDR proclaimed Philippine Islands a free commonwealth. Good. We got some sports history here. 1936, more than 21,000 watched Don Bradman score 192 for South Australia versus Victoria in a drawn Sheffield Shield match at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Cricket.
There it is. I have a that's what she said over here. I have cricket over here. Like I'm surrounded by catchphrases. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Anyway, moving on up to 1957, Dick Hutton defeated Lou Thesz in Toronto to become NWA Wrestling Champion.
Lou who?
Lou Thesz.
I just want to hear you say it again.
Thesz.
Fizz. I have no.
Thesz. I don't know.
Like fizz with a TH. Fizz.
Like Mike Tyson trying to say fizz. I'm Mike Tyson. I'm gonna get punched in the face for that.
Oh man, that's not one you want to tease.
That's
just not a guy you want to go for there.
No, I hope he doesn't have his tiger anymore. So, But yeah, there's another acronym that needs to be changed. NWA. That stands for something else that came out of like in the Los Angeles area. You know what that
It
stands
means
for?
National Wrestling Alliance.
I know. I'm just poking fun at it. Anyway, 1957, Milwaukee Brave Hank Aaron won National League Most Valuable Player. Okay.
Yeah, Hank Aaron, he's a great one.
Yeah. And then 1960, Ray Charles' single "Georgia on My Mind" reached number 1. Huh. You know what? Speaking of Georgia, I've never had a Georgia peach. So
Neither have I.
that's something we gotta do.
Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah. Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we got an NHL record here in 1964. Detroit Red Wings Gordie Howe set NHL record 627th career goal.
There's a great one. Gordie Howe. Wow.
Where's Alice?
Talk about longevity. Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of points. 627 goals.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
We got a boxing title fight here in 1966. Muhammad Ali technically knocks out Cleveland Williams in 3 for heavyweight title. That's a short match.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
I remember when he fought, when he took the title from Sonny Liston. Everyone gave him no chance. Gave Ali absolutely, or it was Cassius Clay then, gave him absolutely no chance. I think it was like 50-1 or something, and he knocked him out in a couple 3 rounds.
Dang.
He knocked Sonny Liston out.
Yeah. Jumping on up to 1973, Jim Palmer was named American League Cy Young winner.
Yeah.
All right. And I can kind of see his pupils, but for half a second, it looked like he was a zombie. He had like no pupils in his eyes. I just saw white. And I'm like, oh God. Then we got a film premiere here, 1976, Network, directed by Sidney Lumet, starring Faye Dunaway, Peter Finch, and William Holden, premiered in Los Angeles and New York City. Finch later received the Academy Awards Best Actor in 1977. All right. Moving on up to 1976 as well, Dutch war criminal Pieter Menten captured 1 day after fleeing. Dutch war criminal. That's with Dutch?
Yeah, how much of a war criminal we can be with the Dutch?
And what was going on in 76? There's no wars in Europe. Hold on a second. Pieter Menten. Let's see. What's...
Way too old to be a World War criminal. Way too many years later.
He was involved in the massacre of Polish professors in Lviv and robbery of their property. According to witnesses, he helped shoot as many members of the offending family in Galicia as he could find, then turned on other Jews in the area. Ooh.
Oh, God.
But how is that a war? Well, it's a... All right, well, I don't know. I'm just going to add this guy's wiki into the underbar, the description, if anybody wants to look up trial, background, okay, massacre, he was a
Could
trial.
be connected to Israel in some way to make it a war crime. I don't know.
Let's see.
I'm stretching here.
In 1980, Menton was sentenced to 10 years in prison and fined 100,000 guilders for war crimes, including being accessory to the murder of 20 Jewish villagers in 1941 Poland. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He is World War II. That's wow.
Yeah.
It took a while for justice to get to him. Jeez.
No kidding.
Anyway, moving on up, 1 more year later, 1977, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat repeated a willingness to visit Israel to Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Did he ever visit Israel?
Yeah, they signed a peace treaty.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no. And unfortunately, the hope was the whole Middle East would eventually chime in and become peaceful.
Well.
And it hadn't happened again since
Trump.
The Abraham Accords took effect, and they were still hoping that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of since died with Biden coming on.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
They do have 3 peace treaties.
Okay.
3 countries have 5 peace treaties.
Israel, Egypt, and...
With Israel.
Okay.
Well, it wouldn't be Israel itself. No.
Okay.
Well, Egypt was already there. I can't remember the 3.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, 1981, in the first World Championship fight between 2 Puerto Ricans in boxing history, WBC Super Welterweight Champion Wilfred Benitez defeated Carlos Santos in a 15-round unanimous decision at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas.
See, 15 rounds. I told you it was 15 rounds weeks ago when we had this, and I was positive world championships.
We looked it up, though.
Rounds. We did, and it was 12.
Yeah, because the rules
I was shocked.
The rules have changed.
Apparently so.
Yeah, well, obviously so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not disagreeing with you. You're right.
No. I'm not saying that this was wrong. I was just in shock.
Yeah. Yeah, well, think about it. Like, 15 rounds. Each round is 3 minutes. So 15 times 3, that's 45 minutes of just
try
people.
to box for just 3 minutes, one round.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
It's incredibly.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's astounding that they even only have it limited to 12. Not less.
Yeah.
Because that's a long time. 45 minutes of taking and giving hits. That is extreme physical endurance, dude.
And it's generally the general boxing match doesn't go 15 rounds. It's only championship rounds to do that.
Yeah. So would the championship still be 15?
Now I don't know.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
It was also heavyweight we were looking at, but I thought they were all 15.
You know what? Maybe they have different things for different ones. So I'm not even gonna bother looking into that. So there's my challenge for the viewers. Are there any differences between the different welterweights, the different things, the different whatever?
And are they 15 or 12 rounds? Championship belt, 15 or 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And there's different belts now too. So I don't know. It goes on. And
on. So many.
So who knows?
It is an octopus. So, 1982, Polish Solidarity Chairman Lech Wałęsa was freed.
Walensky, I think it is.
Walensky?
Yeah, I think it is.
There's no K or Y.
I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Walensky?
Lech Walensky.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, you watch more news than I do, so you'd know. I don't know.
Well, this is back in the day.
Yeah. Well, back in, I was not even around yet, so.
Yeah. Good times.
Better times. But before you went gray and then white and then
all because of you.
And it started losing the stuff on the top. And it started looking like this guy.
There he is.
1990, James Worthy was arrested in Houston and charged with 2 counts of solicitation of prostitution. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Not good that he's wearing a pinstripe suit. He's like a fancy pimp.
Yeah, great power forward for the Lakers.
Yeah. And 1990 as well, Michelle Herlestein contested Margaret Thatcher's leadership of the British Conservative Party. Dang. Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a lot of good for that country.
She did. And she has Texas hair. Look at that. She does.
She could be Lady Bird Johnson. The first lady to Lyndon Johnson. That's exactly the way she wore her hair.
Maybe, Anyway, 365 days later, in 1991, Cambodian Prince Norodom Sihanouk returned to Phnom Penh after 13 years of exile. All right. He was the king of Cambodia. Oh, well, he was a prince, yeah. And then he became the king. So he came back and he became king. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Didn't even know they had a king in Cambodia.
Apparently.
Yeah.
We got a television premiere in 1991 as well. Michael Jackson's Black or White music video with groundbreaking morphing effects premiered simultaneously in 27 countries on MTV, Fox TV, and British Broadcasting Company's Top of the Pops. Wow. So that's insane. Like in today's terms, that's essentially live streaming 27 different areas at once. Mm-hmm. And I know that the Y-Files, shout out to the Y-Files, does it both on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, I believe, from what I've heard, which is wild. I didn't even know you can do that, but that's crazy. Like premiering 27 countries at the same time. That's simultaneously. That's cool.
You talk about a talent. I mean, even when he was I don't know how old he was. He's a little kid with the Jackson 5, and he was the front man for him.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that little kid dance,
yep.
Obviously, is Michael Jackson.
Yep. In 1993, the 23rd New York City Women's Marathon was won by Uta Pippig in 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 24 seconds. Dang.
Way to go, Uma?
Uta Pippig.
Uta
Pippig. What nationality is she? German, okay.
Hmm.
Huh. And we got some more sports history here. In 1993, the 43rd NASCAR Sprint Cup, Dale Earnhardt won. All right. More sports history in 93. Don Shula became the coach with the most wins in NFL history.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Down there with the fish wrap, Miami Dolphins.
The fish wrap.
Yeah.
It's funny because dolphins aren't even a fish. They're a mammal.
Now you're splitting hairs.
And technically, killer whales, orcas, are part of the dolphin family. They are not whales.
Oh, really? Now that I didn't know.
Now whales and dolphins are very closely related, but they were separated on porpoise.
You had me walk right into that one.
Now, the information I said beforehand, that is true. I just wanted to make a joke. So.
Oh, you made a joke? Oh, I didn't realize it. Sorry.
I guess I'm just spewing out of my blowhole. Anyway, 1994, first public trains run through the Channel Tunnel linking England and France under the English Channel.
Sick.
They call him Flipper, Flipper, Flipper.
Sorry, read that one again, would you?
1994, the first public trains ran through the Channel Tunnel, linking England and France under the English Channel, from through the Pas de Calais.
Yeah, big deal.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Yeah, look at that. That's when they broke through. British side, French side. They broke through in the flag waving, yay, shake hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is it's honestly remarkable how far we've gone. Because England and France, the 100 Years War, they hated each other, and we've evolved to be able to work together. What a concept, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But then, moving on up into 2000, we got an album release here. Canadian singer-songwriter Geddy Lee released his first studio album, My Favorite Headache. I don't have one.
Solo album.
His first solo album, sorry. Dang, I need new glasses.
I can't see it. It's all blurry. I don't have glasses on.
So, were you able to read it, or you knew that was his solo album?
I just could see solo barely, even though it's all blurry.
My Favorite Headache.
Because I knew it wasn't... That date, it wasn't their first album with, I can't even remember the name of his group.
Geddy Lee? Let's see here.
Yeah,
Geddy
no.
Lee.
You'll know it well.
Haley.
Can't believe I can't remember their names.
Music. Band. Not bands. Band. Geddy Lee. Rush. And Big Dirty Band. I've heard of Rush. Yeah. 1968 to 2018. That is a long time.
Yeah.
50 years. And 60. Sorry. 60 years.
He has a really distinct voice.
Yeah. Moving on up into 2002, the film Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was released based on the second book of the series by J.K. Rowling. Alright. And then 2002, the United States House of Representatives voted not to create an independent commission to investigate the September 11th attacks. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind all that. The relief fund never got to the people, right? It's still just in limbo all these years later.
I have no idea. I hope it did. That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the money's ran out and they're trying to get more. I remember something about that. But
I heard that they gathered money and it just never made it to the people who they were getting it for.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I am too, but I haven't heard anything of the other side. Then again, I'm not paying attention and I'm not looking, so
I think the committee thing probably had something to do, and obviously I'm talking off the top of my head, so this is worthless. Has something to do with what they may uncover with the Saudis, and we're trying to stay friends with them. And what's his name was a Saudi.
Yeah, Bin Laden.
Yeah. A powerful, very rich, powerful Saudi. At least the family was. He was.
Well, no, he had money. You can't make a Taliban as a poor person, so.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, tons of money.
Yeah.
Tons of money.
Moving on up into 2004, the 32nd American Music Awards, Sheryl Crow, Usher, and Kenny Chesney won. All right. Now I see something interesting here. I see Sheryl Crow, okay, Usher, but where's Kenny Chesney?
They chose not to show him, I guess.
The white guy.
Oh, now you're pulling hairs. Come on.
2006 Casino Royale, 21st James Bond film, premiered in London, starring Daniel Craig for the first time, and Eva Green premiered in London. It just said premiered in London. It said it twice. That's weird. Huh.
I'm sorry, going back to the last one about no white guy up there, this is what bothers me with all the talk that we have in this country, is we start thinking black and white. No.
Yeah.
No, that's no good.
You think I enjoy seeing
that? I understand that. And that you're just coming off the top of your head, but it gets infiltrated into your head. And it's bad. It's all bad.
It's awful. It really is.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
yep. 2008, Elizabeth Warren was appointed to chair a congressional oversight panel for the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act. That sounds dangerous.
Oh, you mean the Indian heritage one? She claims she had an Indian heritage. To
Oh,
go
she's
to
the
Yale
one?
or whatever it was. I don't know if it was
Wow.
Yale. Wherever she went, so she got in.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, she was
Oh,
claiming.
no, I had a grandmother that said I look like the Indians. That's her excuse now.
I remember hearing
There
that.
is no blood, no DNA. They did a DNA on her.
Yeah.
Now that she's all this,
And of course, she stepped back when she was proven wrong.
She says, I was always told by my grandmother. No, you just found a way to weasel in. That's all.
Yeah.
Use the system on your behalf, and on that part, I say bravo. Use the system where needed.
Yeah, I know, right? Moving on up to 2010, Disney's 3D computer animated musical adventure from film Tangled premiere at El Capitan Theater, loosely based on the German fairy tale Rapunzel by brothers Jacob and William Grimm. Yep, the brothers Grimm. Huh, that's weird. You have the actress and singer Mandy Moore, who I believe was the voice of, Rapunzel and Tangled. And then they have Jacob and William Grimm. These old-ass black and white photos.
Yeah.
One of these things is unlike the other.
Could you colorize them?
I know, right? Bring some rose into their cheeks.
Yeah. She looks familiar for some reason. I don't know why. An actress, I guess. I've seen her on something.
Yeah, she has a Hollywood look,
Yeah.
And then we got some sports history in 2010 as well. German Red Bull driver Sebastian Vettel won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit to claim his first Formula One World Drivers' Championship by 4 points from Fernando Alonso, Red Bull's first constructors title. There's an ant on my glasses. There you are. Okay. And I felt something crawling on my eyebrow, and then I saw a black thing just go across my eye.
God.
I'm like, oh, there's an ant on my glasses. 2012, The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2, based on the book by Stephanie Meyer, directed by Bill Condon, starring Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, was released. Alright. And 3 years later, 2013, Boston gangster Whitey Bulger was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms plus 5 years for his crimes. Is he still even alive? Is he still in prison? No, he died in 2018 at the age of 89. All right.
Oh, actually, I thought it was earlier than that.
Yeah, no, just 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost, actually. October 30th wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Then we got a film premiere here in 2016, Moana, an animated Disney film directed by Ron Clements and John Musker, with voices by Auli'i Cravalho and The Rock, premiered in Los Angeles. All right, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah. And 2016, the U.S. talk show Tucker Carlson Tonight.
There's the look.
Hosted by Tucker Carlson, premiered on Fox. Why do I look so confused?
That's his interesting look. I'm interested in what you're saying.
Yeah, he kind of looks brain damaged to me, but whatever. 2017, Zimbabwe Army seized key sites in capital Harare following tensions over Robert Mugabe's dismissal of Vice President Emerson Mnangagwa. Emerson Mnangagwa. Huh. Alright. Mugabe must go. Yep. Alright. 2018, jewelry that belonged to French Queen Marie Antoinette was auctioned off in Geneva after not being seen for 200 years. Wow. I wonder who got it and how much it went for.
A bunch, I bet.
Hold on. Marie Antoinette's jewelry auction. Yeah, wow. Yeah, her necklace right there. Her choker necklace thing, her crown. Who bought the jewelry? An anonymous.
How much?
An anonymous telephone bidder. What is it worth? Between $2 to $4 million is the appraisal. So that is quite a a distance, $2 to $4 million, but still.
Double somewhere there. So we don't know what it sold for.
Yeah.
But
and it was sold to an anonymous person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be anonymous? You
Yes.
don't want anybody to know you have that stuff.
That is true. 2018, UK Prime Minister Theresa May's cabinet approved draft plan for country's exit from the European Union, the Brexit. So, yep. And then, let's see here, just 1 year ago, 2021, an attack on a military police outpost near a gold mine in Inata, northern Burkina Faso, killed at least 53, prompting 3 days of national mourning. Where is this? Burkina Faso. Let's see here. It's in Africa. Country in West Africa. All right. I'm gonna put the link to this wiki in the underbar just because I can. Let's see here. All right. Anyway, before we move on into bursts and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed anybody's attention more than most? How about you?
Well, I don't know. There's a bunch of interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
It really was. I missed the first start. I didn't miss much of it.
Well, the first blood transfusion, or at least the report on the first blood transfusion.
Dog to dog or whatever.
Yeah. This guy entering a university at 10 years and 4 months.
Oh, God, yeah.
Moby Dick.
Oh, yeah. Early on.
Old book. Condensed milk.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Water's taken out. Okay, now I know.
It's just the Melba toast of milk. It's just super dehydrated, milk.
Yeah.
Or super dehydrated bread. And a lot of other interesting things. Panama. We talked about Panama for a bit. Quantum theory of light. That's intriguing right there.
Yeah. Very.
But yeah, audience, viewers, how about you? Anything that you wish we elaborated more on? Anything that you would have liked to say something about? Start a dialogue in the comment section. Let's go. I have a feeling we're going to be losing the loon here because we're getting in a burst. All right.
You are. Have fun.
All
Enjoy
right.
it.
I will. You too. Thank you for joining. Starting us off in 1511, we have Janus Secundus, was a Dutch-born New Latian poet, Bisaya, born in The Hague and died in 1536. Then we have William III in 1650, William, King of Orange, King of England, Scotland, and Ireland from 1689 through 1702, and Stadtholder, born in The Hague, Dutch Republic, dying in 1702. We got Robert Fulton in 1765, was an American inventor and engineer, the first commercial steamboats, born in Little Britain, Pennsylvania, dying in 1815. So that's right, he's the inventor of the steamboat, I believe. Yeah, commercial steamboat inventor. Look at that. We got Marie-Françoise Xavier Bechat in 1771, a French anatomist and physiologist, tissue theory, born in Paris, dying in 1812. What is tissue theory? Let's see here. The tissue organization field theory, or TOFT, postulates that neoplasia arises from a problem of three-dimensional organization of a tissue, not from a cell gone awry or by mutation or by other mechanisms. All right. Who else was born on this date? 1797, we have Charles Lyell, was a Scottish geologist, principles of geology, born in Kinneredy, Angus, Scotland, dying in 75, sorry. And we have Claude Monet, 1840, French Impressionist painter, water lilies, haystacks, poplars, born in Paris, France, dying in 1926. Didn't we talk about this guy yesterday? No. So another Impressionist painter. Huh. We have Leo Baekeland, 1863, a Belgian-American chemist and inventor, Bakelite Plastics, born in Ghent, Belgium, dying in 1944. Bakelite Plastics, what is that? Let me look it up here real quick. Bakelite Plastics? Bakelite. Okay, here we go. Alright. I'm not even going to try. Okay, let's see here. Polyoxybenzyl methylene glycolanhydride, better known as Bakelite, is a thermosetting phenyl formaldehyde resin formed in a condensation reaction with phenol with formaldehyde. Okay, well, if anybody out there, understands what just came out of my mouth, because I didn't, here's a link for you right there. Moving on up, we have Norman Brooks, 1877, an Australian tennis player, Wimbledon 1907 and 1914, born in Melbourne, Victoria, mate, and dying in 1968. Crikey. And we got Jawaharlal Nehru in 1889. I've talked about this guy before. He was the first Prime Minister of India from 1947 through 64 and an important leader of the Indian independence movement, born in Allahabad, northwestern provinces, British India, dying in 1964. We also got here 1891 Frederick Banting, Canadian physician, recipient of the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. One of those two, or I guess for medicine, I don't know. Born in Alliston, Ontario, Canada, dying in 1941. And we got Aaron Copland, 1900, a U.S. composer. Billy the Kid, Appalachian Spring, born in Brooklyn, New York, dying in 1990. And then Joseph McCarthy, McCarthyism. This is the guy, 1909, a U.S. senator, Republican for Wisconsin, who claimed communists infiltrated the U.S. government. Born in Grand Chute, Wisconsin, dying in 1957. Well, he's about 70 years off, but we're sure as shit in that position right now. So, and then we got Boutros Ghali, 1922, an Egyptian politician and the 6th Secretary General of the United Nations from 1992 through 96, born in Cairo, Egypt, dying in 2016. And who else? We have a lot of births today. Wow. And here we go. P.J. O'Rourke, 1947, a U.S. journalist and satirist. Parliament of Whores. Wow. National Lampoon. Born in Toledo, Ohio. Holy Toledo. He died this year, 2022. When? February 5th. Wow. He died the day after my birthday at the age of 74. Wow, the guy who did National Lampoon. Christmas Vacation, the Vacations, the Griswolds. I had no idea about Parliament of Whores. That's new to me. I'm going to have to look that up. We got Charles III, 1948, King of the United Kingdom currently from 2022. Well, this year after, the Queen died, finally. He's also the Prince of Wales, 1958 through 2022, born in London, England, 74. Dang, he's younger than Biden. Wow, that's incredible. Anyway, we got Bernard Hinault in 1954, a French cyclist and 5-time Tour de France winner, born in Yphenac, France. Still alive. Yphenac. Yphenac, never mind. I was going to make a furry joke, but never mind. Then we got Condoleezza Rice, 1954, the first female black U.S. citizen, U.S. Secretary of State from 2005 through 2009, born in Birmingham, Alabama. All right. And then we got Brian Stevenson, 1959, a U.S. social justice activist and founder of the Equal Justice Initiative, born in Milton, Delaware. All right. I don't think I would like this guy, but I don't know. And who else do we have? Josh Duhamel, 1972, a U.S. actor, Transformers, Life as We Know It, born in Minot, North Dakota. So I wonder if he's like that soldier guy from the first, Transformers and the other ones too. If he was that military guy. He looks like him, so I don't know. Travis Barker, 1975, a U.S. drummer, Blink-182, All the Small Things, plus 44. Born in Fontana, California. Hey, another Californian. We got Olga Kurylenko. There's a lot of births today. Good Lord. 1979, Ukrainian-French model and actress who played blonde girl Camille Montes in Quantum of Solace, born in Berdyansk, Ukrainian SSR, Soviet Union. Wow. Wow. Then moving on up into death, starting us off in 748, we have Alberic I, Bishop of Utrecht, dies. Just died. Okay, just dead. Then we got Taizu, 976, founder of the first emperor of the... Well, he was the founder and the first emperor of the Song dynasty, 960 through 976, who reunified most of China by conquering the states of southern Tang, later Shu, southern Han, and Jingnan, dying at the age of 49. Wow. A unifier. That's awesome. We got Alexander Nevsky, 1263, a prince of Novgorod and Grand Prince of Vladimir, considered a key figure, or the key figure in medieval Russia, from 1252 through 63, died at the age of 43. Dang. Why does this hat look like a pair of tits? Anyway, we got Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, 1716, German philosopher and mathematician, differential and integral calculus, died at the age of 70. Well, now we know one of the people who invented calculus. Let us go back in time and put a pipe to his head. Anyway, moving on up, we got Booker T. Washington, 1915, a American education pioneer and the first black U.S. citizen on a U.S. stamp, died at 59. That's awesome. Like, well, that he was the first guy on the stamp. Not that he died. No, that's awful that he died. But death happens to everybody eventually. For now, so. Anyway, moving on up to 1987, we have Pieter Menten, was a Dutch war criminal, died at the age of 88. Didn't we talk about him earlier? I believe so, during in the main body. But then who else do we have? Eddie Arcaro, 1997, a U.S. Racing Hall of Fame jockey, Triple Crown winner, 1941 Whirlaway, and 1948 Citation, died of liver cancer at 81. Yeah. Cancer sucks. And then, last year we have Virginio Pizzali, was an Italian track cyclist, Olympic gold team pursuit, 1956, died at the age of 86. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting. For all of you and all of us, I was Aozander, the Golden Loon was present, and in the studio audience, once again, we have the Zany Zanny. Until you, for your dose of Passive and Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I've already done that. Until you see us tomorrow, or if you're interested in news, we're going to be doing a news show at 3 p.m. Pacific time here coming up. No matter what, until next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then,